Hi everyone, Fox Goes on Air. Today we have our normal broadcasting with Fox Goes on Air Art Online. So now wait a second, I need to pin that first comment with title and description. Whoop. Welcome one more time. So, yes, Hara-san. So today we have just an ordinary Fox Goes on Air with Art Online. I think I haven't Art Online for 2 or 3 months already, so I need to find our picture first. Yum, 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 yum. I'm just trying to find my original character. Name of original character is Lil Light. Yeah. So here he is. So we're going to color this cute guy, and I think I need, I think so. I need to relocate my standpoint, something like that. I hope not to break it far away, and I need my gloves. So I'll be out for a few seconds just to gather my gloves. So Fox is back. Yeah, now I'm back, my gloves with me. Welcome everyone who just has joined. I actually need a pause because I'm in the process of prepare and compose my infographics for Melon Rich Fashion Journal, and actually the problem that I have now, I'm overworked with that and a little bit tired, so I thought it would be really good if I make a little pause and just try something new. So I'll guess I'm not sure what skin color should be of Lil Light. So the name of this character is Lil Light. It's a short nickname from Lyric Lighthouse or something like that. I'm not sure about his last name. So first name should be Lyric. So short one will be Lil Light, and actually it'll be some kind of Easter egg, because here is his human mode when he looks like an ordinary human, but as his God representative, he could transform his look in something completely different. So I call it divine mode. So in divine mode, Little Light has light lavender hair. Wait a second. And still he has turquoise eyes. It's really nice from my point of view. So yeah. here I use my current sketchbook from Just a Sketch. It's an ordinary sketchbook, handmade with a leather cover. And the first point I like in this sketchbook is design, because it has a bookmark brush. I think I can call it brush, but I'm not sure. So it's designed well. It's really nice and designed well, but the first point I don't like in this sketchbook is the paper. Because it's not that one that I'm really used to, and it has a little bit different specifics from those one I'm really used to already. So it's a little bit difficult to work on it. Still be difficult even after several months of drawing in this sketchbook. So I make a little character page of Little Light. So just color his skin now. So you can see here that he could be scared or just have an unpleasant mood. So he's really emotional person, and he's representative of truth as a real world. So if you have any question, you can ask me something according my original character Little Light, or the world he lived in common. And from my point, without spoilers, I can try to answer you. So now I'm in the process of preparation and composing my infographics, especially for Melon Reach Journal. So just checking comments. So hi, welcome everyone. Looking good, thank you. So it's my original character Little Light. I think I'm still just repeating one obvious thing. It's Little Light, it's my original character. Oh, I have this here dot. I don't like it. Well, Little Light is a representative of goddess of truth. And he's a very strict person. He like comfort, like cozy atmosphere, good food. What else can I tell about Little Light? Actually, this character is not worked out as good as, for example, Ristel or Ethereal, because it's a new character of mine, and I already started to make web manga with it. So I call it web manga because the frame is smartphone screen size. So here are spoilers. It'll be a little. Oh, I see here are questions. What's the story of character, if I can ask? So, Little Light, he's one I'm not sure if it would be one of the oldest goddess representatives, but he's not the favorite of the goddess representative, and she sold him out of her temple and make him follow the sheep, vrijwilligermek. I'm not sure how to call it in English. And his task is to follow this sheep and to learn the whole story of the sheep. And the one problem is that the captain has his own secrets, so he prefers not to reveal the secrets to anyone, because he has also a deal, according vrijwilligermek. So, we have one character who'd like to reveal the secret and one character who'd like not to reveal it. So, as Little Light has a lot of trips with vrijwilligermek, his hair, because of sun and the weather at the sheep and so on, can turn lighter and lighter, so not to lose all his hair color, he started to wear a hat with feather. So welcome everyone who's joined. I'm talking about my original character Little Light and his background story. So sure, Little Light is not fond of this, and he's still traveling with Lil vrijwilligermek to learn all her secrets. So, it's a 4 story of one shot I'm preparing now, and one shot is about Little Light meeting his old colleagues and other representatives of other gods. So, I need white pen. I have one white pen 08 and I have also white pen 05. So for his hair, I will use also that 05 pen to show how pale his hair can turn to because of a lot of sun at the seaside. Well, one unpleasant point of 05 jelly roll pen, it's really hard to make it right. I'm not sure what happened to my jelly roll, but it's really hard to make it making lines. You can draw and then suddenly it stops writing without any obvious reason. Just stop at all. So I'm used to renovate this pen, but it's not that good as I was expected. So welcome everyone who's joined. This fox questionnaire is related to an ordinary art online. So at the beginning of this year, I had already some art online fox questionnaires broadcasting, and I was really pleasant with this because it brings a lot of fun. So just check who's joined. Saludar. I'm not sure. Is it Spanish or not? Well, I don't know. So just welcome everyone. So Lil Light, he has always his writing feather. It's like our fountain pen, and he always has with his book. He writing the story of Freiwilliger Mac. And what else can I tell about Lil Light? So he is a good friend of Dead Puppeteer, and if you're interested in Dead Puppeteer, it was original character of one of my friends, but then she decided to stop being involved in fandom and in anime industry at all, so I asked her if I can use her original character, and she gave me permission with one little notification. I should mark her at all arts related to her original character. So I think it's really fair. So her original character is That Puppeteer. That Puppeteer, we decided that he'll be the representative of Death Goddess, and that Puppeteer, he's a little bit freaky young man, but he's not young. He just looked like a young man, but he's really old, and he's undead and unkillable, I can say. So that Puppeteer is a really good friend of Lil Light, and sometimes when they meet, he always shares with that Puppeteer some interesting information he has. So Lil Light can gather all truths he needs, and all this information is not related. It would be as a background at my one shot, and one shot is as usual called as Real Stories Prime. So Prime will be about poor Lil Light at Freiwilliger Mac, gathering the true stories of the ship. I call him poor because he managed to make his goddess angry, and she wasn't really fond of his attitude to work and his attitude to his truth colleague. So, Goddess of Truth sought out Lil Light of her temple and gave him task to follow Freiwilliger Mac to learn all her secrets and bring it to light. So actually, when I start to work with this story, I thought it would be good to make Lilith suffer from the waves, but then I realized that one shot has only 50 frames, yes, and I have a special sketchbook, and in that sketchbook there are actually 25 pages blank, so I can use it in a proper way. And as I have only 50 frames, it'll take too much to show how he suffered from the waves, so I decided not to make this storyline in scenario. But if you're interested, I already had such idea. And about Azrael stories, I got the first idea of Azrael story in 2007, so it's... Whoa! I managed not to realize that it was 10 years anniversary last year. Whoa! Well, I think on the 11th of November, when Azrael first appeared, and I take it as his birthday, 11th of November, not so far. Yum 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 yum. It was first time, 2007, 11th of November, when Azrael appeared in my short freaky fanfic based on Chrono Crusade, and then I felt that Azrael is much more interesting than common character for background stories, so I decided to make him a normal original character with his own story behind. And what was interesting, I had rewrote his story fifth time. From the blank page start up to first time it was 7 chapters, then it was 4, then it was also 4. The fourth try I stopped at the 8, and after that all, the last official Azrael story was ended at 14th chapter. So really good progress. But I realized that I'm not so interested in prose, and I'm not such a good writer to let Azrael show how cool he could be. So I decided to make a manga of my story. But it's already pretty long, so I had to work hard also really good. And after some suffering years working on my backside story, working on the world, there's some races, it took me about 4 years. It was pretty hard. And now I have really worked out world with even with maps, with races, with special geographics. There are elves living in Elran City and Kingdom Elran. There are werewolves and anthropomorphs transformers from Halko. So we have also silver werewolves. So it's really high class werewolves. They're rich and they're white and live in mountains. And Asian in far back and normal werewolf